Hey guys, my name is Aubrey and welcome to the channel. So in today's video, we are going to be doing another reaction video, but this one's going to be a little bit different. In the past, I have done reaction videos covering videos created by hosts that have had bad experiences on the platform. And today I'm going to be creating a reaction video of a guest that had a bad experience on the platform. This video is called Turo Scam Be Careful, and it is created by the YouTube creator, The App Channel. So let's dig in and see where things went wrong.
Hey YouTube, Uber Dude here. Well, today I am going to talk to you about something that's very important. It's about Turo and making sure that you document everything if you are a user. And I guess it would apply to if you are a person who uses the platform to rent your vehicles as well. So let me share with you what happened to me today. So I rented this BMW right here, but I used Turo to rent it. And so as you can see, I took pictures of all corners of the car, all sides of the car. But if you'll notice, the front wheel here is turned. It's turned to the right. So, and not only that, not only is the front wheel turned to the right, but there's another truck blocking my ability to take a side picture or a complete side photo. And so right there, that's a problem. You know, I didn't want to ask her to move her car and do all those things, you know, but so I took the best picture I could, and this was the best picture I could take.
Getting into the initial video, he comments that the vehicle was unable to get perfect photos because the wheel was turned and because there was another vehicle blocking it, so you couldn't get a, I guess, direct on photo of the vehicle. And my first comment to that is that regardless of who you are on Turo, whether you are a host or whether you are a renter, you have got to make sure to protect yourself. It is not the job of the host to protect you. It is not the job of the Turo app to protect you. It is your job to protect yourself. If I was this gentleman, I would have asked this lady to move her car. Or I just would have, as I was leaving, I would have pulled out and taken some more photos. There's no rule saying that you can't start the rental and then take some more photos a few minutes later. I've heard of guests who will actually drive off with the vehicle and then they'll pull into a gas station a few miles down the road and take some more photos there. So it is your responsibility to protect yourself. And so take as many photos as you can. And if the host has her vehicle blocking the vehicle that you're taking, tell her to move it. I mean, it's just, it is not worth the risk that could come from you not taking optimal photos simply because you don't want to be a pain and have the lady move her car. Have the lady move her car. It is her job to provide a good experience to you as the guest, and she needs to move her car.
You know, I returned it this morning, and when I returned it this morning, you know, I took all 4 pictures again. But one thing I did that not many Turo renters do, I took a video of the car. Or in this case, as you see.
Now, the fact of taking a video is smart. That was very smart of him, and I don't personally do that as a host, but I think it's a good move. But the thing that caught my attention was the fact he had said that he only took 4 photos. Do not only take 4 photos. Like, I am begging you, if you are renting a car on Turo or if you are renting out your car on Turo, do not, I repeat, do not only take 4 photos. I think the app instructs you to take 6. And that's absolutely idiotic. If you are only going to take 6 photos and you are asking for your renter or your host to screw you over, take as many photos as you can. On my cars, even the ones that are worth only a few $1,000s, I take 40 to 70 photos. I take photos of everything. And as a result, I've never had a damage claim denied. But take those photos. I mean, on iPhones, you can hold up your phone and you can just hold down the button and just do the burst photos. It doesn't have to be time consuming. Just take photos as you walk around the car. Do not take only 4 photos.
I'm zooming in as I'm taking a video of the entire car. So so I dropped the car off this morning and I get this text message. And she says that her wheel was scuffed. It had wheel rash. Wheel rash is when you hit a curb and instead of the tires making contact with the curb, the rim, the outside lip of the rim will make contact with the curb. So she tells me that, you know, she tells me how much it's probably going to cost to repair, and, you know, that I purchased a premium insurance, I mean, because a scratch on a BMW could be extremely costly. The premium insurance is basically a $500 deductible associated with it. So if you damage someone's car, you pay $500, they pay the rest. Then there's another one, which is not the premium one, but that has like a $3,000 deductible. So I purchased a premium, so I wasn't too worried. The most I'm out is $500, and these wheels on the BMW cost like $500 each. So I wasn't too worried, but I was concerned, because who the hell wants to pay $500 deductible for anything?
So this gentleman includes a text message from the host stating that he had caused some curb rash on the vehicle, and that there wasn't that curb rash on the car before the vehicle went out. And so that's what I guess the damage claim statement is at this point.
So what ended up happening is that the person who rented me the car says, do you have a copy of the video that you can send me so that I can, compare it to what I have here? And so I said, yeah, absolutely. So I paused the video here and I took a picture and I sent her the video. So here is a picture of her front wheel. Here you see the valve stem. If you take a look at the valve stem, you see the black valve stem sticking out, and then you count 2 spokes up, and then you'll see the damage to the rim. Take a look at and that was the after photo. That was after I arrived back and turned in the car. Take a look at my picture. On my picture, on my video, where I freeze it and took a screenshot of it, you'll see the exact same valve stem. You count 2 spokes up. Look at it here, count 2 spokes up, and you can actually see the wheel rash right there. So that means that because she had the wheel turned, I don't think she was expecting me to catch that. And because she had another car blocking the rear wheel, I wasn't supposed to catch that either. But I caught both on video. I'm only showing you the front, but I caught both on video, showing that damage was there prior to me renting the car. So guys, when you do a rental, document everything. If you don't do a video, take photos, close-up photos of the tires, which is what I did.
So what this gentleman is saying is that once he returned the vehicle, the host had claimed that this guy had curb rashed his front and his back wheel, and that if it wasn't for the fact that he had taken this video showing that the damage was there, and then comparing it to the photos he had taken before the rental, proving that the damage was there before he even took the car, he would have probably been charged the fee for the damage
of the entire car. I mean, everything, interior, exterior, fenders, underneath the front bumper, because on BMWs you cannot dare touch a parking block with a BMW or hit a curb with a BMW. It will scratch the bottom front part of the bumper. So again, my point here to you guys is document everything. She apologized. I don't know if she even knew it was there or not. I don't know. I mean, the only thing that makes me feel weird is that the wheels were turned and the car was blocking the other side, where I couldn't get a side picture of the car, which is required for Turo. So that's the only thing that made me feel weird. But outside of that, it could be that maybe she didn't know it was there. That's possible. That's quite possible. But she was very good. She was very nice about it. She didn't make a big issue out of it. I was worried because, again, I just didn't want to come out of, I won't say worried, but I just didn't want to come out of my pocket with $500 deductible. So I'm glad I took that video. And if you rent from Turo, or even if you are a renter or a rentee, make sure that you take good pictures. Don't just rely on the 4 pictures that Turo asks for. Take pictures of the interior, take pictures of the wheels, take pictures underneath the bumper, take pictures of everything. It's very important, guys. It's always a pleasure to have you guys. If this is your first time watching a video or watching any of my videos, you can always subscribe by clicking on this little circle right here. And remember to check out these other 2 videos for some additional information that you might be able to use. And remember, be careful with Turo, guys. Very important. Thank you so much for watching and have an absolutely amazing day.
So what this gentleman is saying is that he rented a vehicle from Turo, and after the rental ended, the host had claimed that he had damaged the wheels to the car. But because of the fact that he had taken before photos as well as at and after video, he was able to prove that not only was the damage there after the rental, but it was also there before. And so as a result, he didn't have to pay for the damage. But what is rubbing this guy the wrong way is the fact that he wasn't able to take proper before photos due to the fact that the lady's other car was in the way and blocking his kind of line of sight for the camera. So I have 2 comments about this. The first one is what I had said earlier, is whenever you are renting on Turo, whether that be as a host or as a guest, always take your own photos. Always take photos before and after each and every trip to ensure that you will not be charged for damage that you did not cause. And it's something that I will preach time and time again until the day that I die, is that with anything that you do, whether that's Turo or other business ventures or anything in life, remember that it is your responsibility to protect yourself. Do not rely on Turo hosts to protect you, because at the end of the day, they are going after their own interest. I mean, that's the same for me as well. Me being a Turo host, I am of course not out there to screw my guests, but I am there for my own personal interests, and I'm going to protect myself way before I protect any of my guests. The fact of the matter is that not all hosts operate the way that I do, and there are hosts out there that are out there to screw you. And I have heard of it happening before, where hosts will charge smoking fees to people that never smoked in the car, or they'll charge damage to the guest whenever they didn't cause the damage. And if you don't take your before or after photos, you'll have absolutely no way to protect yourself. So that is the first comment, is always take your own photos no matter what, no exceptions. The second point is that this guy said that the lady had apologized, that she said that she didn't know that the damage was there before, but he says that he's kind of rubbed the wrong way because of the fact that the vehicle was blocking his line of sight, and the vehicle was turned in as well. And my comment to that is that I think it's actually very likely that this lady didn't know that there was curb rash. I mean, I have had it to where I've had damage pop up on a car and I didn't notice it, and then I noticed it like 2 weeks later, and I'm like, crap, I don't even know who caused this. Like, I had no idea that this damage was there. It's especially common with smaller pieces of damage, and I could definitely see doing it with wheel rash. For me, I don't typically charge for curb rash because it's just more trouble than it's worth. I kind of chalk up curb rash to day-to-day use. It's going to happen, so I might as well just allow it. And so that's not something that I typically charge for, but I could definitely see that happening, to where there's curb rash to a vehicle and you don't notice until later date, and you just assume that the most recent guest did it. So I can definitely see that happening. In fact, that has happened to me before, where I've had damage to a vehicle, and I actually have to go back and look at the trip photos to see whether or not the damage was there beforehand. And if the damage was there beforehand, then I of course won't charge it. But if the damage was not there beforehand, then I of course would charge it. So I can definitely see that happening, and it's hard for me to tell whether or not this lady, this host, had done it on purpose or not. I could definitely see it happening, and I'm certainly not going to jump to conclusions here and say that she was intentionally trying to screw him over. I think it could have definitely been an honest mistake. But I think the app channel's lesson here is a valuable lesson that all of us can benefit from, and that is the lesson of take your photos. Do not cut corners when it comes to your pictures, because the photos are as valuable to the guest as they are to the host. So don't cut corners. Don't just take the 6 that Turo recommends. Take them of the entire car, front, back, sides, interior, exterior, everywhere you can think of. Take your photos. If you do, you will be protected just like this gentleman was. So guys, that is the end of this video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure to hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. I would greatly appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next video.